stole $100 million using a pen, paper cut. Yeah, nah, bro. I don't know how the man finesse $100 million with a pen. Did he use Haitian voodoo? Did he put, did he steal the Trump's hand and sign some documents? I don't know, bro. We finna see though.
Peugeot speeds down the highway involved in a hot pursuit by the Belgian police. The two men in the car aim for the safety of the Italian border via France because they had stolen more than $100 million worth of valuables using a pen, but ended up being chased by the Belgian authorities, or so they thought. They were not the Belgian police. In fact, it was a simple misjudgment and a perfect plan that started a cascade of events leading to the biggest heist in the history of Belgium.
Yeah, I was about to say, bro, this is some GTA heist type of timing. Is this based on a true story, Baked or Nevs?
On a seemingly ordinary day of September 2002 in Antwerp.
You posted it in the Discord? Hold on. Yeah, exactly, bro. Exactly. Yeah, Boosie, bro. Yeah, that's exactly the shit I was talking about.
District, a man named Leonardo Notarbartolo enters freely into the vault of the Diamond Center and opens a vault locker. He pulls out a few documents to sign some important papers. However, he takes an unusually long time to sign the papers, basically scribbling lines all over the place.
I don't even know, this is my first time watching it too.
And he does this for a very specific reason. The pen that he uses to sign the document was no ordinary pen. It had a small spy camera constantly recording footages of the inside.
That's hard! Damn, they got a camera inside the pen. Yo, that's some devious timing, bro. Like, you really can't be safe out here, bro. Like, oh my god, that's so stupid, bro. And this is how people on the higher levels of whatever like circle you're in really blackmail you, bro. Like whether it be politics, like dog. Imagine you sitting like in the hotel lobby of the Ritz-Carlton and you think you're chilling like you a celebrity, and some girl's just writing in the corner on her pen, but she really recording you. And she going like this. Like, bro, like, that's ridiculous, dog. I think the world's smallest camera, too, is like what? It's like the size of a grain of salt or like a grain of sand. Like, it's ridiculous with these cameras.
Of the vault
Nigga just found an unreleased GTA 6 footage, dead ass, bro.
Every detail of its layout. Once his job was done, he simply puts back his papers and walks out of the wall. Over the course of a few months, Notarbartolo records footages of the entire facility almost every day, understanding the level of security and their active hours of operation while naturally blending in and befriending other diamond merchants. But the question was, how did Leonardo got access to Antwerp's most secure facilities in the first place? And the answer was that he had to become a part of the family. 3 years before the heist, in the fall of year 2000, Notarbartolo arrives in Antwerp, Belgium to start a new business. He hires a taxi and goes straight to the Diamond District, only a few blocks away from Antwerp Central Station. He enters a building called World Diamond Center and presents himself as a diamond merchant from Italy and tells the management that he wishes to open an office in the Diamond District. The receptionist asks for official documents and a work order and checks the legitimacy of his company, finally agreeing to rent him an office space in the same building. And as an official office renter and a new Diamond District member, he also receives access to the state-of-the-art military-grade vault 2 floors below the ground floor to store his valuables. Within a few days...
That seems like the craziest like trade-off. If you're providing like your partners or your like investors with an office and you kind of include a vault, what's the point of having the state-of-the-art locked down titanium big ass door with the craziest, I don't know, like fucking grade of door when you literally give access to whoever office renter, you give access to whoever rents an office into the vault.
Notarbartolo sets up his office for operation, hire a few employees, and starts his diamond trading business. Given his charismatic appeal, he quickly starts socializing with other diamond dealers and high-profile members, regularly meeting them at bars, late-night parties, and even befriending the police and security personnel guarding the diamond district 24/7. However, this was all a facade, a play set up by Notarbartolo to blend in naturally as a beloved member of the tight-knit Diamond District community. You see, the Antwerp Diamond District operated on the code of trust. $1 million deals took place within seconds over a drink, just with a simple handshake. And Notarbartolo knew, given his strong social intelligence, that building a trust amongst people, especially in a place which deals in one of the highest concentration of wealth in the world within a few blocks, takes time. However, he also knew that even after gaining genuine trust of the district members, it would be an impossible task for him to just walk inside the vault all by himself and steal millions of dollars worth of jewelry and walk out freely without retaliation. And after realizing the potential—
TOS Twitch, but who is this? I'm telling you, she was bad, chat. But yeah, bro, the fact that he gained if this is based on a true story, the fact that he gained the trust of all these people is kind of ridiculous, bro. You know how hard it is to gain the trust of a millionaire? Millionaires are already kind of superstitious because they themselves, millionaires aren't the best people, bro. Like, most millionaires, to get to the point where they are, had to like give the short end to the stick of other people. Like, very few millionaires in today's age are really genuine. Like, yeah, you have every now and then who, you know, a charitable like dude who starts a company and gives all his millions away and he makes $1 million every year. You know, you have those dudes, but most of the dudes who make millions are kind of fucking someone else over, whether it be like a scammy product or like some boo-boo business model. So that's W manipulation right there, bro.
Consequences of going solo, he decides to set up a team who'd help him in accomplishing his mission. After working rigorously in the Diamond District for almost 2 years, Notarbartolo returns to Turin, Italy, and calls his old friend named Pietro Tavano, aka Speedy, and asks him to meet him in person. This is when Notarbartolo reveals the grand plan to Speedy that he's going to rob the Diamond District and he needs help. Hearing this, Speedy, given his paranoid nature, almost giggles at Leo's plan and insinuates that his plan would ruin his career and get all of them in trouble. Notarbartolo assures Speedy that he has been planning this for almost 2 years and the mission is foolproof. After a while, 2 other men named Ferdinando Finotto, aka the Monster, and Elio Denorio, aka Genius, joined the table. Notarbartolo explains the entire plan and layout of the Diamond District to Genius and asks him for a solution to safely break into the facility. Genius tells Leo that he will design a pen fitted with a spy camera that can be carried around the facility without raising suspicion so that they can
put that shit in your pocket. You don't even have to write in the notes. That's hard. That's hard placement of a camera. Put that shit in
all the footages to know the pinpoint placements of security cameras, patrolling behaviors, and all other technologies installed in the facility. However, even after agreeing to Genius's suggestion, Notarbartolo tells him that there is even a physical lock and key procedure to open individual vault boxes, and therefore they bring another older man on board named the King of Keys, who was a master locksmith who could forge any key for any type of lock. And this team of 4 people, experts in their own crafts, call themselves the School of Turin. Within a few days, Genius, the technology expert, designs a custom pen and fits a spy camera in its crown and gives it to Notarbartolo.
This is also crazy animation too. I know we talked about 337 from the last vid, but bro, whoever made this shit too is a baller. It's not even just editing at this point. This is 3D shit.
Leo goes back to Antwerp and resumes his work as a diamond merchant as usual, however, this time carrying his spy pen in his jacket pocket all the time. He regularly visits the vault facility to capture details of the state-of-the-art military-grade vault security. He also takes strolls in the streets of the Diamond District during busy and inactive hours to understand security layout, patrolling behavior, and their usual positions. After almost 2 months of daily reconnaissance, Norbertolo hands over the data to Genius. However, after going through all the footages captured by the pen, Genius hits a bit of a snag. He discovers that the footage did provide the detailed layout of the facility but did not reveal the wiring layout that would be crucial to understand before executing the heist. Therefore, he calls Norbertolo and insists him to find a way to get his hands on the facility's blueprint. And Norbertolo, with his usual charm, goes to the facility management and makes a request stating that he needs to make some expansion and modifications to his office and thus will require a blueprint of the facility so that workers are careful while working and they won't accidentally disrupt the building's electrical systems.
Oh, so this is real. The fuck? 2003? So you telling me, bro, that he said I gotta expand my office and gave him the blueprint to the... Oh my God, bro. This nigga must have just had insane charisma, bro. Like, they just handed him the blueprint to the building. Like, what? Maybe the world wasn't as evil back then, you know? Maybe it was a different time, but it's kind of crazy.
Without any hesitation, the management provides Norbertolo with not only the blueprint, but also the schematics of the vault facility. Once Genius acquires the crucial blueprints, the members of the School of Turin gets to work in building something even Norbertolo was unaware of. By the end of December 2002, Genius calls Norbertolo in Antwerp and asks him to take a long leave from the office and come back to Turin, also mentioning that he wants to show Norbertolo something very important. Leo closes his office, packs his bag, and with his girlfriend Adriana Crudo heads back to Turin, Italy. After their arrival in Turin, Genius picks up Norbertolo from his house and takes him to an abandoned warehouse. As both enter the old warehouse, they are greeted by Speedy, Monster, and the King of Keys,
IRL?
and
like,
behind
these dudes are
them
literally
sat
in GTA,
a mysterious-looking
like,
machine hiding under a tarp. Norbertolo asks everyone what is going on and why they were there. And Genius reveals the exact replica of the Diamond District wall sitting right in the middle of a dusty warehouse. Norbertolo couldn't believe his eyes. What the school of...
That might be what it's based off, eh? I don't play GTA, but I know GTA has a lot of heists and shit, so that Diamond District shit might be this, bro.
Turin had accomplished. And Genius, while explaining the functioning of the wall door, almost brags about himself, stating that people don't call him Genius for no reason. All 5 members of the heist start practicing on the replica wall night and day, understanding its technology, how and what causes the alarm to trip, and what mistakes to avoid while entering the vault. After they had enough practice, all the crew members pack their bags and leave for Antwerp. 1 week before the heist, all the members arrive in Antwerp and head straight to Norbertolo's apartment. There, they make final preparations and finalize that the night of February 15th, 2003 would be the perfect time to strike the Diamond District, given the low trade volume and reduced security during the weekend.
I think the part where it's going to get fucked up is
Norbertolo returns back to the Diamond Center and walks straight into the vault, which he already had an official access to. But this time, he sneaks in a small can of women's hairspray and discreetly sprays it over the heat and motion sensor. During their practice session, they discovered that using a women's hairspray over the heat and motion sensor would disable its ability to detect the body heat and motion, and the oily film would stick on the sensor long enough for them to actually break into the wall the next day and leave without tripping the alarm. Norbertolo, after spraying the sensor, takes a final inspection and leave. By the evening, Ferdinando Finotto, aka the Monster, goes to the local restaurant and purchases pasta, salami sandwich, salads, and wine, and all the members of the gang gather again at Leo's apartment and have a small celebratory dinner before the big night. February 15th, 2003. On the night of the heist at around 11 p.m., all the members of the heist wait right outside the Diamond District security post and wait for one of the two patrol units to leave for the day, leaving only one unit at the western post. However, while they wait for the security to dilute, Speedy starts breaking under pressure, hinting other members that he has a bad feeling about.
I was just about to say that shit, bro. You know how nervous security sold that ass, bro. I imagine having one person guarding this shit. But look, you know how nerve-wracking that shit can be? Like, sometimes, like, shit, when I was first hopping on stream, bro, I was really nervous to hop on stream, bro. When I first started streaming, I'm like, oh, shit. And that's something, like, of just sitting in front of your computer, my nigga. These niggas, bro, imagine a nigga tell you tomorrow, your homeboy, yo, ZB, we finna rob a bank today, bro. Like, we finna go crazy and rob a bank. You finna be like, nigga, what? And you do it, like, bro, like, like, I don't even know how you could even. I don't even know how you feel, bro.
However,
I get nervous before a basketball game. Like,
calms
bro,
him down, assuring him that there is no one in the building and they know how to deactivate every single sensor. At around 12 a.m. midnight, the Diamond District goes dead silent. All the members of the heist, except Speedy, sneak behind the Diamond Center building, set up a ladder in a small garden space, and climb into the rear balcony. Genius uses a small polyester bag to carefully cover the infrared sensor attached to the side of the balcony to disable intrusion alert. They pry open the glass window and climb inside the corridor one by one. From there, they walk straight to the elevator and go down 2 stories below the building in the wall basement. As the elevator door opens, they are faced with a pitch black basement, which by the protocol goes into a pitch black mode, turning all the lights off after the shift ends. And if any light is detected by the sensor, the alarm will go off. Being aware of this knowledge and practicing this move countless times with the blindfolds on, the crew knew exactly where and how to cover all the light detection cameras to trick the sensors into believing the lights are still off. Then, one of the crew members carefully switches on the walled corridor lights. Then Genius pulls out a small aluminum plate with sticky tapes from the bag and attaches to the wall door. Then he carefully unscrews one of the magnetic proximity sensors from the wall so that when the wall door opens, the magnetic field would still remain intact, again bypassing the security. Once the plate was in place, Notar Bartolo turns the lights back off and enters the combination for the armored wall door and pulls it wide open. Here they are presented with second layer of graded steel door, which they simply open using a foot-long key casually hanging on the side of the wall door in a utility box. All the crew members.
Come on, bro. Like, security is really slipping, bro. You left the key in a box like that. Like, come on, bro.
Carefully enter the wall and cover all the other cameras and sensors with plastic bags. Once all the measures are taken, the King of Keys uses a small handmade contraption to pry open the walled boxes one by one. They steal over $100 million worth of diamonds, jewelry, cash, stocks, and gem certificates without tripping a single alarm, fill their bags, and leave the walled basement.
Crazy.
And before escaping the building, Notar Bartolo simply pulls out all the VHS recordings of CCTV from the facility to leave no proof behind. All 4 members run down the narrow street of the Diamond District and exit the secure point where Speedy waits in the car as a getaway driver. Everyone hops in the car and Speedy guns the car back to Notar Bartolo's apartment. There they distribute the loot equally and all of the members.
What went wrong? Like, Bruh, it had to be them disagreeing because, yo, this shit went
including
smooth.
Adriana, leave Antwerp, leaving Speedy and Norbertolo behind. Leo and Speedy clean up all the trash and any possible evidence from the apartment, dump it in their car, and quickly make their way out of Antwerp, aiming for the Italian border. However, somewhere in the middle of the road, Speedy notices something horrifying in the rear view mirrors. He sees police cars and helicopters chasing them and are getting closer. Speedy starts panicking again, claiming that they are being chased by the cops. Norbertolo again tries to calm him down, stating that he is just hallucinating and police pursuit is just a figment of his imagination. They are not real. Speedy abruptly hit the brakes, completely freaked out in the middle of the empty highway with not a single soul around. He gets out of the car, takes the trash bag, and carelessly starts throwing all the possible evidence of the heist.
You telling me this nigga, imagine police officers chasing him, got so paranoid that he stopped the whip in the middle of the highway and threw shit in the river. Wow. Yo, like, if I was the other nigga in the car, if I was a passenger, bro, like, I deadass would have pulled out my gun and just shot him. I would have just shot him, got all my evidence back, and brought the body with me, bro. Cause my nigga, you're making shit worse. Like, I don't get it, bro. I don't get it, bro. This nigga really did some dumbass shit like that. And this is based on a true story, bro. So, like, what the fuck was he thinking?
On the side of the road, Norbertolo punches him to make him stop his foolish act. However,
like I said, look, he came out the car. He started boxing, bro. Like, come on, dog.
Starts throwing all the possible evidence of the heist on the side of the road. Norbertolo punches him to make him stop his foolish act. However, he soon realizes that they cannot recollect all that trash, so they leave the trash bag in the bushes and flee back to Italy.
Dog.
The following,
bro, what the fuck? Like, bro, like, that shit makes me hot, bro. I hate pussy niggas, bro. Like, you know what you signed up for? Like, I did that. I did ask about to kill, bro. Like, he low-key got me hot.
Monday, when the Diamond District opens again for business, everyone at the Diamond Center is horrified with what had just happened. The authorities couldn't believe that one of the most secure facilities in the world could be easily compromised, bypassing even the military-grade security so easily. And by the stroke of luck, a few days later, an old man named August Van Camp was taking a walk in his private land and discovered that someone had littered in his land, and the trash also includes few gems, currency notes, and a lot of papers that appeared belonging to Antwerp World Diamond Center. Van Camp was a
Bro, an old man was literally just walking. Like, dog, as an old man, bro, if you know some shit went down, like, come on, dog. Like, the insurance finna pay them rich people out anyway. And you know they just stole all that shit. My nigga, just let them run, bro. Mind your business, bro. Like, come on, bro. You don't do the most and report this shit.
Naturalist and frequently called cops when he used to see people littering, spoiling the nature.
Oh,
the news about the
God.
Antwerp diamond heist had already spread like a wildfire, so without wasting any time, he immediately called the authorities and asked them to look into the matter. The Belgian police at the scene find envelopes from the Diamond Center, VHS tapes, diamonds, Norbertolo's work order, and a half-eaten salami sandwich. The authorities collect
DNA.
all the evidence and run a background check on Norbertolo's work order. They instantly realize he has something to do with the heist. DNA reports from the salami sandwich came positive, linking Norbertolo to the case. A receipt from the trash followed a trail linked to Ferdinando Finotto, who purchased food and wine from the restaurant. A business card found in the trash linked directly to Genius, who also worked as a technician in Turin. Speedy was linked to the heist based on fingerprints found in the trash and his SIM card location trail. All 4 men were captured and were trialed for the Antwerp diamond heist. Adriana Crudo was arrested based on a speculative evidence that she was the one who created fake work orders for her boyfriend. The King of Keys was never captured and no one knows his real name. And out of $100 million worth of diamonds and other valuables, well, only a few $1,000s worth of gems were found in the trash, and the rest is still somewhere out there.
Bro, that was the dumb W video. Whoever made this, paper fruit or paper cut, like that was a W video, especially the 3D. That was well displayed. W, clap it up for that. But you're telling me like, dude got paranoid through. If there was no one on the road, I would have picked all that shit up. Like, why would they just leave it? You know? Yeah, why would they just leave it? Like. And then the old dude just like happened to be on a stroll. Let me see what my land grass looks like today, and find paper and say, call the cops. They're littering on my property. My nigga, why call the cops and say people are littering on your property? You could have just threw the shit away yourself, lazy ass jit. Like, bro. Tragic to see when a lame nigga fuck up your plans.